You wonder, does size matter? Is bigger better? Or maybe smaller is better? You don't need to make a decision on this anymore. You can have both with a dual key unit. You can have two small units and can be combined to a medium-sized unit, or you can have a medium-sized unit and a small one that can be combined to one large unit. And the price per square footage on a rental market is typically higher for small units. That way you can break down a large unit into smaller ones and get more rental value out of it. The actual reason for dual key units is typically regulations. In some countries, you are limited to the size, and let's say as a foreigner, you need to have a minimum size of a unit, and you can overcome this restriction by having a dual size unit. So you buy one big one that's actually two small ones, and that lifts you over this threshold. Or in some areas, you are limited or restricted. If you have too many units, then the taxes or the fees when you transfer them get higher incrementally. So you can overcome this, and instead of buying multiple small ones, you buy one big one that is actually multiple small ones, and you overcome this restriction. Now, however, the market is actually very different. These dual key units are typically not marketed to individuals who want to live there, but to investors who want to rent them out and benefit from the additional flexibility of the rental market and the higher rent per square footage. The price of a dual key unit, if you buy off plan, would be higher per square footage compared to a traditional unit. Now, however, on the resale market, and resale market, again, it caters to investors typically. So the retail market is smaller and it's harder to sell these units later when you're done with them. And this additional uptick on the price will have shrunk when you sell it. So let's say you pay 8% more initially when you buy it off plan. 8 years later, you want to sell it, but you're not getting this additional 8% on the compared price with traditional units, so you lose 8%. That's about 1% per year. And you have to make the comparison. Does it still hold value? Do you still make more money renting this one out compared to a traditional unit? So keep in mind, you pay more, the unit doesn't hold the value in the long run as a traditional unit. The resale market will be smaller, and on the upside, you make more money renting it out. And that can be quite significant if you're actually catering for a good target market. And some of these dual key units are really more like a hotel and can have a good rental yield, really. So a very interesting concept that can have a high value on the rental market and can bring you a good rental yield. However, it does come with a downside of harder selling units and probably also shrinking value compared to traditional units in the same area.